Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Tennessee Titans this week. The makeup game from a couple of weeks ago. I was sad that the last game got canceled. Both teams are still undefeated. Both teams look like they're playing well. I think one is playing a little bit better, which we'll get to when we talk about the line. Look, the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll hit you with the projections here. Ben Roethlisberger I have as a start. James Conner, he looked really good yesterday. Nice vision, more power than I remember him having. He was feeling it yesterday, man. I like the way he's running, but look, I like when the Pittsburgh Steelers are bringing in like Snell and McFarland, whoever else they have, and I think that actually helps Conner stay fresh and stay powerful for the game. I like what he is. I like him as a start this week. Juju I have as a start. Here's the deal. Diontae Johnson, I'm really curious to see what happens with Claypool's usage when Diontae Johnson comes back, because Diontae Johnson's good enough to stay on the field, but I don't think you can push Claypool off the field. I feel like when Diontae Johnson comes back, James Washington's productivity at this point is going to go down. I wouldn't have said that 3 weeks ago. I'm saying it now, man. Claypool is the man. He's a beast. So I feel comfortable starting both Claypool and Johnson. If Johnson doesn't play, I would only start Claypool and I'd stay away from Washington. This offense definitely has the firepower to support 3 receivers. I would just stay away from Washington this week against Tennessee if Diontae Johnson's in the lineup. Or regardless, I should say. But Claypool I'm starting regardless at this point, man. They're using him as a running back every week, for crying out loud. And he's running people over. He's so good. He's good. He's going to be a star. If you're in a dynasty league, we've already talked about this. Go get him. I don't care if you have to give up that strong running back. Get him on your roster. You look at it this season, it's too late to get DK Metcalf now. Nobody's trading him. Claypool is that. But, heading into 2021, maybe by the end of the season, he's awesome. David and I can't say enough about him. On the Tennessee side, Ryan Tannehill's a start every week, everybody. We've been saying it. I said this last year, dude. He's legit. Get over it. And like everybody now is saying, let's put some respect on the Titans. We've respected the Titans for the history of the show. All 15 episodes, baby. Tennessee is for real. They are legit. Derrick Henry, 94-yard run yesterday. I popped the game over. I was channel surfing. I saw it first play. Derrick Henry takes that handoff. He doesn't look that fast. But damn it, he is that fast. Start him. AJ Brown, start him. You know what? I'm actually off of the Tennessee receivers outside of A.J. Brown this week, although I know they have talent, Tennessee fans. I like them, just not this week. Jonnu Smith, did he go down yesterday? Okay, so I don't know what his injury stat is. I didn't see it on the reporting this morning when I looked before the show. Do you know what it is, David?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of injury news that we're going to be waiting on this week. There are a few minor ones where we don't know exactly what happened, and we're going to have to probably wait till either today or tomorrow to find out.
Yeah, I mean, I saw on the stat line because I was watching the second half of the game, and we saw Ferkser. And Ferkser blows up when Jonnu Smith is out because this offense likes tight end. I'm fine starting whoever the tight end is. I don't care if it's Ferkser. I don't care if it's Jonnu Smith. But I didn't see – I think it might be minor because I didn't see it when I was running through the reports this morning. So I apologize, Tennessee fans, for not having that information. But I love it. David, why don't you take it away and talk about this game for a little bit?
Yeah, I don't have much to say about the Titans. You nailed it. These guys are all automatic starts. It doesn't matter who they're facing. Pittsburgh defense, you're starting them no matter what. Ferkser, he's the one guy I would like to talk about because in deeper tight end leagues or even 12-team leagues, the tight end waiver wire is completely bare. We have some guys, especially big names, going on buys this week. Like I know Mark Andrews is going on a buy. So it's going to shallow the tight end pool even lesser. If you're in need of a fill-in, especially talk about Goddard might miss the Thursday game. Ferkser had 8 for 113 in a touchdown on 9 targets. That's significant production for a backup tight end because a lot of the times we see the starting tight end go down and the backup doesn't come in and do anything. Yeah. It just ends up getting spread around to the wideouts, to the running backs. That's not what happened. Ferkser stepped right in, and they target him 9 times. So absolutely, if you're a Jonnu owner, if you're a guy with a tight end on a bye, if your tight end situation just sucks and you need a flyer and maybe Jonnu's injury is serious, go get Ferkser because that offense is loaded right now.
He is a plug and play, I think. I agree.
He is a plug and play, absolutely. If Jonnu's out, you got to start him at this point. On the other side of the ball, talk about Pittsburgh. You don't love Juju. This feels like the get-right game to me for Juju because talk about the Titans. They're going to put points on the board. Juju is a good player, and good players don't stay bad forever. And he's in a funk right now, and at a certain point, he's going to break out of it. Yeah. The concerned with you. You mentioned Diontae Johnson again.
Quickly, let me jump in on Juju. I apologize. I did say I didn't love him, but he is a start for me this week. What I meant by I didn't love him, I didn't communicate well enough, David. That's my fault. I think Juju is a start every week. I agree with that. I have him as a projected about like a 12 or a 13, which the computer projections say isn't going to get in the end zone but gets catches and yards. My computer. But I agree. I mean, a lot of that's going on what's going to happen this week. You can't keep Juju down forever. You just can't. So I agree with you. My computer projections aren't great, but I absolutely start him this week. No question for me.
And the squeaky wheel gets the grease eventually. Yeah. Right now, he is pretty darn squeaky. So,
yep.
And talk about Johnson. He's going to come back, but that is going to affect James Washington more than anyone to me. Washington,
Agreed.
Who had 4 for 68 for 1 touchdown. There's no doubt in my mind who the number 1 wide receiver is in Pittsburgh, and there wasn't even before this game. It's Chase Claypool, and you talked a little bit about how they used him on the reverses. That is significant because it's not just reverses, it's reverses around the goal line.
I know.
So this guy is like de facto goal line back for them as well.
Yeah.
And just the way they're getting him the ball involved, they're lining him up all over the field. On the outside, they're using him on flies where he's just running past defenders. They're giving him jump balls where he's just bullying them in the air. They're getting him the ball on quick slants, letting him do yards after damage after the catch. They're getting him the ball behind the line of scrimmage on screens. They're giving him the reverses. They're getting this guy involved in every single way possible. Yep. And he looks good. He hasn't faltered at any point. So Chase Claypool, like we said, go get him in every format, redraft, dynasty. I gave up 2021 last week before this game for Claypool. The price has only gone up since then. It's only going to continue to rise. So there's still a slight buy window. If you believe in this guy as the next big thing, your opponent might not be ready to make that leap. Go pay for Chase Claypool because you'll end up getting a deal in the long run.
Yeah, and one other note on him. So there was a snap. Pittsburgh fans know this if you're watching the game, but there was a snap where Cleveland jumped off sides, but they didn't encroach, so the play was still active. What did Ben Roethlisberger do? He threw the ball, literally threw the ball straight in the air. It was like he was playing 500. I mean, he threw the ball straight in the air, deep to Claypool. For that, right? A couple seasons ago, it might have been A.J. Brown years ago. It might have been Juju last year or 2 years ago or whatever. This year, he gets that play and he goes, I'm going to throw it to Claypool. That's all you need to know here. Roethlisberger loves him. The cat's out of the bag, as the announcers said during the game this week. He's awesome, man. Pick him up if you can, and he's worth the spend. It's only going to get more expensive, and he's going to be basically untradeable possibly by the end of this year, early next year. I'm gonna reach out, but a Steelers fan has him in my league. There's no way I'm getting him. I wish. And he had him, he had him rostered in the draft. I mean, he drafted him and had him, so he was never been available, and I don't think he's going to become available. Not for like outside like a running back one. And I can't disagree with them, man. The potential is there. Let me hit you with the line here on this one. Pittsburgh, according to Bovada, minus 1.5 versus Tennessee.
This is going to be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to take Tennessee because they seem to be facing every form of adversity, and the Texans gave them a real run at it, and they fought back and they came back. They can run, they can pass. The only question is the defense. Pittsburgh's probably a little bit more of a complete team, but right now Tennessee is just on fire, so I'm going to take the Titans.
I think when this game was originally there, if I'm not mistaken, this game was Tennessee +3. Now it's Tennessee +1.5. And what I said originally was these two teams to me are so similar and so evenly matched. And they're both, to me, top 3 teams in the AFC, maybe top 4. What do you do here? And what I said last time is I'm going to take the points. This time, look, the way Pittsburgh handled the Cleveland running game, and Tennessee's better than Cleveland. Make no bones about it. Tannehill's better than Mayfield. Henry is better than what Cleveland was fielding in the run game yesterday. Make no bones about it. But Pittsburgh showed me this week that their defense can play 60 minutes of football. And that's the first time I had seen that from Pittsburgh. So because of that, I'm going to take Pittsburgh to cover this spread. But this is not a game I would bet money on. To me, Tennessee at home getting points, really to me this game should be a push. And I bet you by the end of the week it will be a push. Pittsburgh has shown me defensively that they're just a little bit ahead of where Tennessee is defensively at this point, and that's why I give Pittsburgh the edge here. But I am just sitting back, watching this, and enjoying this because these are two teams that are built to make deep playoff runs. They can both run. They can both pass. Tennessee's defense, I know it has the potential, just not as good as Pittsburgh's defense is today. That's why I'm going there. But respect for a lot. I mean, both top 5 teams in the NFL for me, no question. Top teams in the AFC, the deep AFC. Great game. Can't wait to watch.